What's going on, everybody? It's the man, the myth, the legend, the beast, and Bro 16 here, and welcome to episode 3 of my How to Win the Championship series. Today's episode will be featuring the Los Angeles Clippers and how they can win a championship in 2017. Now, the Clippers did pretty amazing last season as they finished with a 53-29 record, which secured them the 4th seed in the Western Conference, only falling behind the Warriors, the Spurs, and the Thunder. This is pretty amazing. However, they cannot, show their full potential in the playoffs because of injuries, and that's something that this team needs to watch out for if they want to be successful in 2017. Injuries, because the problem with this team is not the roster. The roster is probably the deepest roster out here, probably only behind the Warriors, and as we take a look here, you can see they are equipped with everything they need to make a championship run. You got Chris Paul, lockdown defender, someone who can step up to Westbrook, someone who can step up to Curry and Kyrie Irving. Nothing needs to be said. Then you have Blake Griffin, who is a star on this team. Why would you want to trade him? I have no idea. This dude has done nothing but elevate his game since he stepped into the league. He can dunk, he can layup, he has post work, he can pass the ball, he can shoot the three when necessary. This dude is an absolute monster. There is no reason why you should take him away from Chris Paul. Give Chris Paul some weapons to play with. Blake Griffin, he is a monster in this league. Then you move on to DeAndre Jordan, a defensive god. This dude is an absolute beast in the paint and a monster rebounder. No reason to get rid of him. Keep him, make sure he stays in Los Angeles. Then you have a sniper in JJ Redick. This dude's nickname should be Chris Kyle. JJ Redick has done nothing but shoot the ball well his whole career. Then you have the 6th man to God in Jamal Crawford, who has done nothing but cause havoc coming off the bench. This dude's an absolute god coming off the bench. If you want to win a championship, you need Jamal Crawford, the best bench player there is. Then you have Jeff Green, who can do everything you need him to do. He is well-rounded. He is perfectly balanced. Do you see this roster that the Clippers have? Austin Rivers, another explosion off the bench. There is too much talent on this team. How can I forget about the true Paul Pierce, who has not left the step? He has one more year left. You better take advantage, Clippers. This roster, this is a championship team. The only thing stopping the Clippers from winning a championship is a matter of actual execution. There is no excuse for you guys not to be making it past the second round. I know teams like OKC are tough. The Warriors are going to be tough. The Spurs are going to be tough. The Clippers are fucking talented, okay? I'm not even a fan of the Clippers like that. But, looking at all this talent on this team, what's the excuse? It's just execution. That's all it is. Now, there are still things that you guys can do with free agency to make your team better, to make sure it still has that explosive firepower that it does. One of which is to re-sign Jamal Crawford. Another is to find a small forward that can fit your system. You guys don't need a superstar. You guys just need a decent small forward. Luol Deng, perfect for this. Harrison Barnes, someone that can score on the outside. He's athletic. He can slash. This is perfect for your offensive scheme. Luol Deng would be perfect on the defensive side. Pick your poison. These are 2 players that you guys should be looking at. Someone that's athletic. Someone that can flow within the offense. And then, of course, Kent Bazemore. Someone very underrated, very under the radar. Someone who can shoot the 3-ball really well. Someone who can get to the basket and who has solid defense. These are people that you should be looking at. You guys don't need those big free agents. You guys need little pieces, execution-wise. These additions will make the Clippers downright perfect if they can just execute it. And there's a lot of things we're going to talk about execution-wise, but first, let's just get this out the way. The first thing that needs to be executed is Chris Paul needs to be healthy. When you're in the Western Conference, you're facing the top-tier point guards in the league. You're going to be facing Damian Lillard. You're going to be facing Tony Parker. You're going to be facing Stephen Curry. You're going to be facing Russell Westbrook. Chris Paul needs to be in his tip-top form. He needs to be healthy. That's what you guys need to understand. Austin Rivers, too, if you guys decide to re-sign him. I don't know what you guys are doing with that situation, but you guys need point guards that can defend other point guards well and that can perform to their maximum ability. That is the first step. The next step is to develop DeAndre Jordan's free throw. For the love of God. Look, I understand, Clippers fan. It looks like I'm just going to make a Pistons reference per episode, but I understand what it's like to have a center that can't shoot a free throw. They have so much talent only to be brought down by Hacker Drummond or Hacker Jordan or whatever. I get it, and it sucks. But that's something he needs to work on. Elevate his game. You know, get him to shoot free throws and get him to work on some post moves. The dude is physical, he's athletic, but you know, there's things that he needs to work on to elevate his game that will make him more feared, that can make him a dual threat, you know, on offense and defense. But offense isn't really your problem. Really, it's not even defense, but it's those fourth quarter lapses, which is the main thing I want to talk to you guys about. Just choking overall. Please stop. Please stop. Like, when you guys are dominating for the first 3 quarters, you guys need to get that killer instinct. Put your foot on the throats of your opponent. What happened with the Rockets should have never happened. You guys need to learn how to kill your opponents, how to get that tenacity. Nobody on that team has that yet, and that's a mentality thing. That's something that, you know, you can't really teach. It's something that you have to learn. It's almost instinct. LeBron didn't have that killer instinct for the longest until about last year against the Warriors. But that's the thing about this team. With so many stars, it almost seems like there's not a superstar to take over when it's necessary, someone that can put the team on her back. That's why, you know, the series went the way it did with the Rockets, because James Harden, he does have that mentality where he's just going to score. He doesn't give a fuck what you guys say about his defense. He's going to put the team on his back. And he was able to help carry that series tremendously, and that's something that the Clippers don't have. You guys have superstars. That's not the problem. Is you guys don't have a superstar, or, excuse me, not a, the superstar. Aside from that, what the Clippers really need, other than, you know, to stay healthy and to not choke in the worst of predicaments, I mean the absolute worst, they need the support of their fans, and I cannot stress this enough, because there is something to be said about home court advantage, and the Clippers just do not have that, especially when they go to their own home court and they aren't being cheered. They're being booed. Look, I don't get it. The Clippers are way better than Lakers currently, okay? It's not even a contest. Like, you guys are the most entertaining team in the league. Look at that shake and bake by Jamal Crawford. But you guys are way better than the Lakers, so it doesn't really make sense to me why the Clipper fans, why you guys aren't cheering your team as much as you should. You guys got what you wanted, okay? Now it's time to just put your foot on the Lakers' throat. Rub it in. Cheer for your team. Give them that confidence that they need. You see what it does for teams like the Thunder. You see how Durant, you see how Westbrook and Curry get fueled by their fans. How LeBron gets fueled when he does his little patented chase down block. But you guys need to step it up as fans. Cheer for your team. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you guys for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe if you liked it, dislike if you didn't. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.